Yeah, good morning, class. Welcome to another beautiful tutorial on the Westtutor platform. So today we are going to be dealing with a very interesting topic, something I know most people find confusing. That is the derivation of the general formula. Now, one thing I want you to understand that by the time you want to derive this general formula, the general formula of which is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac everything over 2a. This is what we are trying to derive, right? Good. That is, in any variable x of equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then using this formula, which is our general formula, we can always find the value of x provided we know the value of the constants a, b, and c. So now, but one thing you need to understand, you need to first understand the concept of completing the square. Good. Now, how do we complete the square? Let me give you a simple phenomenon. Let's say we have x plus a, x plus 3 squared. We know that by the time we open this bracket, this is x into bracket x plus 3 plus x into bracket x plus 3. X times x, this is x squared, plus 3 times x, that's 3x, plus, okay, plus x squared. Oh, sorry, this is supposed to be 3. My bad. That is x plus 3. So 3 times x, 3x, then 3 times x, that's 3x, then plus 3 times 3, that's 9. Good. So this gives you x squared plus 6x plus 9. Now this is where completing the square comes in. You see this part? This is the part that completes this equation. But once we have these two values, we can easily complete the square. And if you observe very closely, 9 here, to get this, it is half of the coefficient of x divided by, okay, half of the coefficient of x raised to power 2. Raised to power 2. What's half of the coefficient of x? That's 6. Half of 6 is equal to half times 6. 2 here 1, 2 here 3. That's 3. Then you raise it to the power of 2. That value is 9. Good. Now we'll apply it here. Look at this equation. As squared plus bs plus c. We want to apply it to our to getting that general formula. This is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Ax squared plus bx equals minus c, because we want to make the unknown on the left side of the equation. We also need to clear the coefficient of x squared. X squared plus bx over a equals minus c over a. That is, you divide through by a. Good. Now, we want to make x squared plus bx to be alone, x squared to be alone. This becomes, okay, sorry, this is the part where completing the square comes into play. You see this part is of this form. So which means when we have this, we can now complete the square so that we can factorize it and solve for x. Pay attention, please. So this is x squared plus bx plus, using this principle, the half of coefficient of x squared is what we need to get our value here. All you simply need to do is this: x squared plus bx plus bx over a plus, this is the completing the square. Half of the coefficient of x here is b over a. Half of it is b over 2a all squared. This is now complete, and this gives you minus c over a. I hope that is clear. Now don't forget that once you add this to the left side of the equation, you need to add it to the right side of the equation. So we're adding that half of the quotient of x, that is b over 2a squared. The equation remains balanced. Are we together? So now, since we understand this concept, that means we can easily break this out. All we just need is, look at this, look at our final value that gave us this form. Just find the square root of the first term and find the square root of the last term. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of b over, since it's a square, then square root is b over 2a. Put everything in a bracket, you have factorized this, and it becomes easier for you to simplify this equation. Plus b over 2a squared. You can see how easy it is, and this is equal to minus c over a. Open this bracket, this is b squared over 2a times 2a, that's 4a squared, right? And this gives you, find the LCM, that's 4a squared. A in 4a squared, that's a in 4a squared, that's 4a. This gives you minus 4ac. When you multiply that 4a by c, 4a squared in 4a squared, that's 1 times b squared. Now, you can bring the positive side to this side, positive value, b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. We will continue from this part. So let's finish up the equation.